Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So we have the Gintama collaboration here, and then as always I'm going to pull a 10-shot and hopefully get the two 4-star monsters, since the 4-star monsters are always pretty strong in these collaborations. And then the two that I'm looking for are Shinpachi here, and Elizabeth. So let's go ahead and pull, and then after we pull, we'll kind of do an overall look at all of the characters available for this collaboration. And go! Okay, standard shot. Oh, this is Magellan, I think? No, Marco Polo. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, there's Shinpachi, that's good. Oh. And Elizabeth, alright. So, I've completed my goal, but let's see if we get any 5 stars in here. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. But actually, we did get Hades. This is my second. And that's cool, actually, because he's worth using more than one at a time. Because he's got a lot of homing shots. And he's also pierced, so he's really good for using in a team. And then I got my first Marco Polo. That's a nice surprise. Evolution is a bounce with flight and no wind. And then a couple slayers. Let's see. Strike shot becomes a pierce. This is 8 turns. So you can use her in a magic circle quests as well. And then a super spread shot. And the Ascension also bounce with no gravity barrier and recovery. And then she also becomes a pierce strike shot, but it's 20 turns. And then she upgrades the grade of items on screen. Bump combo is the energy circle L. That's just like Athena. And then defense up. So, okay, pretty cool. Alright, but anyway, let's look at the Gintama characters. So we'll go here to the Monsterpedia. Okay. And yeah, I think overall the Hatcher monsters for the Gintama collaboration, they are good, but they're not crazy. None of them are like Gon status from the collaboration last year. But they're all solid, of course, but I'm not going to pull any more than I just did right here. But anyway, let's have a look. This is Kagura, and she is a fire bounce with no gravity barrier and no warp. And that immediately, places her in direct competition with Hanzo. Hanzo is also that same. And he's already really good, so you have to kind of look for ways where Kagura here is different, so that you can maybe choose when to use her instead of Hanzo, if you already had Hanzo. She also has a laser stop. That's a nice defensive ability. And then Hijikata, which is a kind of attack buff if your HP is under 50%. Her attack is very high. This might actually be higher than Hanzo. Speed is low, however. The bump combo is really good. It's the green peas, but it bounces 4 times rather than 3. This is the same as Jekyll and Hyde Transcendent, and it's really strong. And I would say this is better than Hanzo's bump combo. He's got the homing piercer, which is so-so, and then the super slice and dice, which is good, but kind of short range. And then strike shot, she becomes a pierce, and then after she finishes moving, she will shoot a shotgun at a character. This can probably do more damage than Hanzo's strike shot, but Hanzo also gets the benefit of that barrier. So yeah, you can kind of think about what you need for a certain quest and then pick between them. Okay, next is the main character, Gin-san. And evolution is a pierce with no damage wall, no block. He is a water type. And yeah, this is a pretty versatile double null ability. Especially good for a lot of the Kai impossibles that have come out lately. You really need no block in there. He also has Hijikata, which is good for him because he is a blast type. and attack is low-ish. Bump combo is the super dimensional blades, so good damage, especially because he is a blast type, and then that can hit anybody on the screen, as long as they have the lowest HP. And then strike shot is like a tackle strike shot, and it seems to do pretty good damage. And the Ascension form is a bounce with Minesweeper, Null, Damage Wall, and then he also has a Weak Point Slayer. And yeah, that makes him, direct competition to Raphael. If you did not have Raphael, this would be really great. The things I like about Raphael are the recovery and then the command strike shot. But again, depending on the situation, you might want to go for Gin-san instead. Blast Bump. Bump combo, he's got the Energy Burst 5. He's the first one with that. So good damage if you can aim it. And then the bump combo is the green peas, but the 3-bound version, which is fine. And then strike shot, speed and power up, and then he swings his sword around. I think maybe this works like Meliados, but I'll have to maybe try it out to see. But yeah, it could be good damage if you don't hit anybody. Of course, you can also hit guys and still get good damage. So yeah, pretty versatile double null ability. But actually, for more recent high-level quests, the evolution is going to be more versatile. Okay, and then the last Hatcher monster is Katsura. And this guy is a Pierce with null damage wall, null block. And this is kind of suspicious, this character, because there have been a lot of light characters lately with null block. So possibly the next Dark Colossal quest will need blocks in them. And then it's usually the case, but collaboration Hatcher monsters are usually very good very quickly. And then that Dark Colossal mission is coming up next, so maybe we'll see him useful in there. He has also got regen at 2000 HP per turn, and then the strike shot reducer. And then the strike shot is interesting. Every time he hits a character up to 10 times, he will place a bomb where he hits them. And yeah, you can kind of use this as like a meteor strike shot. Just try to hit everybody and then give them all bombs. Or you can concentrate all the hits on one guy and then get good concentrated damage. So yeah, looks like good damage and then versatile as well. It's even nicer because he is a Pierce. And then a bump combo is the expanding bomb, which is good the farther you are away from somebody. Alright, so those are the 3 Hatcher characters. And then I think most people, they are focused on the drop monsters, and they're pretty good. First here is Okita, and then he is a bounce with Minesweeper and Null Block. This is a very good double null ability. I would say any drop monster with Null Block plus another null ability is very valuable. You could use this guy in the new Iraten. You could use him in Marishiten Kai. With the Minesweeper, you could use him in Magmel. So yeah, lots of uses for this guy. Very good attack as well, considering that his Minesweeper is M, which will double the damage every time he picks up a mine. Bump combo is the Plasma, which is so-so, and then the Strike Shot is it's like a fire and point and fire strike shot, where he doesn't move, he just shoots his bazooka. This can be good for avoiding damage walls or warps or whatever. I will definitely be making the max luck of this guy, just because I do want more max lucks with null block. And then his null block is passive in him, so that means he'll have good synergy with Beethoven's Grand Command Strike Shot. So yeah, pretty good there. Next up here is Hijikata, and then this guy's pretty good. He is a Pierce with null warp, null damage wall, and very, very few monsters have that, even Hatcher monsters. And then if you look at drop monsters with that same ability set and Pierce sling style, you're looking at super extreme like Barojika or Impossibles, Yamato Takeru Zero, or Colossals like Avalon. So for that reason alone, I would say that he is worth making. Being green, that would make him good for like Nirai Kanai or Holdai or Bishamonten or Doom. So yeah, lots of versatility there. He's not a great damage source because his attack is low. He does have a Star Laser L, which is solid, and pretty easy to use, I would say. The Strike Shot, I think, is maybe the best thing about him after his double null ability. It's similar to Diane's Strike Shot from the Nanatsu no Taizai collaboration. He gets like a speed and power up, and then whomever he hits first will be hit with a giant bottle of mayonnaise. And the mayonnaise comes from the bottom of the screen. So it's kind of like that vertical. Whoever's in that vertical will also get hit by the mayonnaise, take damage from that, be flung into the air, and then they will fall down. And then when they hit the ground, they'll take even more damage then. So yeah, really, really good Strike Shot, especially for a drop monster. So this guy I will also definitely make. He is the guy that is available 24 hours a day. And then you only get like maybe 1, maybe 2 drops per run. So it's going to take a lot of runs through his quest to play, but he's definitely worth it. I remember a previous collaboration, it was like Hisoka, I think, and then he has got like, what, Null Magic Circle, Null Wind or something? He has not really panned out, but this guy's absolutely going to be good and worth making, so yeah. Okay, and then next up, this is Kondo. This guy I am not going to make the max luck of. He is a power type, and so he's really good at attacking and direct damage. He's not very good at support at all, which is really what you want to be using the max lux for. But he's a bounce with no warp, light element. I said this about Luke, but lots of competition there. There's like Daikokuten, Karen, people like that, so yeah. He does have the Weak Point Slayer, which again makes him a good attacker, but again, you want Max Lux more for support. He's got the new bump combo, the Nagi Harai. He swings a sword around him. The Strike Shot is probably the best thing about him. He summons 7 gorillas, and then they all fly around the screen. Based on the video that I saw, the multiplier is not very high to the speed and attack, so you can't really expect him to clear a field, but maybe get some good spread out damage. And then finally, this is interesting, we have Takasugi here. And then he's got the standard version where you just play the extreme quest and you get this guy. And then he's so-so. But they will have a super high difficulty version of Takasugi. And then what you do is you beat this guy's quest once, you get the 1 drop, and then you can fuse the regular ones into it to make the max luck of that. This is similar to the Saint Seiya collaboration or the Yu Yu Hakusho collaboration, I think, where you just get 1 of the very strong version from a very difficult quest, and then you play the regular one. But this guy's pretty good. He's Dark Element, Pierce with Minesweeper M and Null Gravity Barrier. And yeah, again, that Sling Style double null ability is rare. Again, it's only appearing in a limited quest. So again, if you've missed all the previous ones, you might want to pick this one up. I don't need this guy super much because I do have Kain, but if you do not have Kain, then this guy would certainly be worth getting. He also has Laser Stop, nice defensive ability, and then the Strike Shot Reducer. And then the Strike Shot is the Command Strike Shot, which is pretty good, especially because he is a Pierce, so it's easy for him to hit his teammates. And then, kind of like Medayame, the higher his luck, the more powerful this Command Strike Shot is going to be. So you definitely want to make the max luck of him. And then finally, Bump Combo is really good for a drop monster, the Cross Laser EL. This is the same as Izanagi, same damage as Marishiten, and yeah, it's not too flashy, but it's solid, I would say. Pretty good bump combo, covers a lot of the screen. I will probably go for the max luck of this guy, even though I have Kain. So yeah, I would say 3 out of the 4 drop monsters are worth making the max luck. And then the Hatcher monsters, they look good, but I'm not going to kill myself to get them. Okay, hopefully you enjoy the Gintama collaboration, and we'll see you again. Take care.